We're Shaking Folks, back with another reaction, back with some more Journey. We're going back to the Escape album, 1981, and we're up to the final tune on side one, which is Still They Ride. I like the phrasing. I wonder who they are. I wonder what they're writing. Writing can be more figurative, but I think in a lot of cases I would be inclined to see it as more literal, whether it's motorcycles or horses or some form of conveyance. Either way, still suggest a long duration of time, or at least a persistence and a continuance right up into the present. So let's find out what this all means. This is Journey. The track is Still They Ride, and it's from the 1981 album Escape. Do I have it on the right side? Okay. So everything I just said, 1981, Escape, Journey, Still They Ride. There's very small space between the tracks.
Jesse rides through the night under the main street light.
So motorcycle?
Riding slow. This old town ain't the same. Now nobody knows his name. Times have changed. Still he rides. I think life's keeping time. Oh, leading on and restless through the night.
Hanging up there by himself. Like sonic fireworks. Speaking of which, a perfect end of the tune. I think about the ending of tunes a lot, and I think there can be more appropriate fade outs or less appropriate ones, but in general, I feel like a proper the momentum coming to an end, written end of the tune is always preferable, and I really enjoy the sort of evaporative, jazzy finish of that. And yeah, I'm not quite sure who they are, but still they ride, and it sounds like they rule the night. I did catch a lot of the lines in the opening verse about being this town's not the same anymore. He's riding under the street lights and thinking about no one even knows him here anymore, and that like it's just not the same. It did make me think, the town that I grew up in, where my family lived for many years. Like I lived in the same house growing up until I think I moved out when I was like 21, and I lived in the same city for my first apartment. But then I eventually left that city. And even though my parents lived there for a little bit longer, they eventually left. And many of the friends that I knew from schools in my hometown growing up, they went off to different places. Some of them live in different states now. And so it occurred to me the other day, I didn't even go into that city, but I drove past it on the freeway, and I was thinking, like, I don't know anyone there now. Like, I spent multiple decades here. All the formative experiences of my youth are there. And yet it's like an alien city to me now, and that, I don't know anyone living there. Surely there's been some changes in terms of neighborhoods, shopping centers, whatever, where it's like it wouldn't look like I remember it to look. So it felt like that was sort of the sentiment that this place is just different, and I now I feel more like a traveler through here rather than someone who's come home or someone who's in a place that they know, and that they spend time. So again, I'd sort of I locked into those lines because I do know on some level what that feeling is like. But then later in the tune, I was wondering like who it is who are still writing, and perhaps it's about they don't have a home, so they're sort of nomadic in that way. But either way, I look forward to seeing people's comments. And the guitar, again, just a crazy guitar solo, just going up into the heights, down into the like really tight, wicked territory. Just a wide-ranging guitar effort in the solo section, and I enjoy Perry's voice once again. I think he just has a very notable sound. Like he's one of those voices that once you hear it a few times, I feel like it's pretty easily recognizable. Has that sort of like, not like hoarseness to it, but there's like a scratch to it when he really pushes it, but in a good way. Like I think he has this like there's just a certain raspy sort of quality to it. And yeah, ultimately I like the keys, sort of a supporting part of this one. They weren't like overpowering, but you could hear them in parts, and supplementing the vocals and the guitar well. So a really well composed tune, a bit of a melancholic feel to it, though again, not quite sure what's happening. And if the idea is that they they're still writing, then there's a persistence to it. There's a maybe it's not quite as melancholy as it sounds, or at least as the first verse had me thinking. So either way, shout out to those following the Journey reactions. I know this one had fallen off a little bit in terms of the regularity, but on to the second half of the record. I'll try to get through that with a little bit more haste. In any case, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.